Oh my god, it's horse beef. What's going on, everybody? I'm talking about Sean O'Malley versus Merab Dvalishvili 2 today, because I did see a few articles here and there, a couple of interviews, and god damn, man, I thought that maybe Sean O'Malley would be coming into this fight a little bit stronger mentally, you know, based on what Tim Welch has had to say. Oh, he cut out this, cut out that, he's not going on social media. Oh, he's not using Snapchat. The 30-year-old man's no longer using Snapchat. Wow, what a mature individual. He's so mature. The 30-year-old man's no longer using Snapchat. But believe me, we will get more into that. But first, I would like to speak on this article that I caught wind of that I thought was quite ridiculous. Now, based off of this title right here, this article title, what would come to mind first, right? Bad omens. Sean O'Malley opens up about bad omens involving owls before loss to Merab Dvalishvili at Noche UFC Sphere. Oh my goodness, man. Let's look more into this, because this is looking like some pretty scary stuff here. The article then goes on to say, quote unquote, 10 days before the Merab fight, there was a dead owl in my driveway. O'Malley revealed. What? You mean you found a dead owl and you still took that fight? You're so brave, Sean O'Malley. I was like, that can't be good. Sean, like, all of us would be thinking the same thing if we saw a dead owl, right? We wouldn't just fucking brush it off our shoulders and say, it's a dead animal. Must have flown into my window or some shit. Damn, that sucks. Must have fucking hit a telephone pole or whatever. Nope. That's a bad omen, and that means I'm gonna lose my next fight, right? Then he's like, I didn't think about it, and it sounds crazy, but I was like, fuck, man. Oh, Sean, dude, me too. I was thinking the same thing. I just didn't feel like I was supposed to win that fucking fight. The dead owl. Right, he wasn't supposed to win it. He found a dead owl. Let's move on to the next part of this article. Wow, man, I'm already feeling real bad for Sean O'Malley. I didn't know that you could be this fucking brave. Speaking on the Full Send podcast, O'Malley says he had somewhat of a connection with owls, the animal tattooed on his chest. Now, in case you guys are unaware, the owl is a commonly used symbol to signify Moloch, who is an ancient Canaanite deity who I believe took child sacrifice as his main form of worship, and you can actually see the owl symbol used quite prominently in pop culture, OVO with Drake and all that. So like just a quick little rundown of the owl symbol. There may be more to it than Sean O'Malley simply just liking owls and living around owls, but at the same time, maybe that's just some conspiratorial bullshit. You guys let me know what you think in the comments, man. But he goes on to say, or the article then goes on to say, prior to facing Peter Yan in 2022, O'Malley said an owl sat by him, and he took it as a sign of good luck, later beating Yan by split decision at UFC 280. So the owl sitting beside him told him that he would win that fight by robbery, right? If the owl didn't sit beside him, the judges probably would have given it to Peter Yan rightfully, right? But because the owl acknowledged his existence, sat beside him, that gave him the robbery victory. That's so beautiful, man. This guy is really in tune with nature. He's so in tune with owls. It's so beautiful. UFC 306 was a completely different story. Owls have been coming in and out of my life in a weird way, O'Malley said. I have a bunch of owls that live in these trees around me, so I see them quite often. So, guys, if the owl sat beside him rather than dying prior to the Merab fight, Sean wouldn't have been frozen up, right? He wouldn't have just landed one single front kick or like one single strike of any real significance throughout the whole fight. He would have performed so much better in the Sphere. He really would have. But the owl died, man. Sean is just so brave. I can't get over this.
And I don't want to have excuses like, I was looking back on it. Yeah, I probably shouldn't have accepted the fight. I tore my labrum, my hip, 10 weeks before the fight. 8 weeks before the fight, Hunter called me and said, hey, you got the Sphere. And I was like, I'm not going to turn that down. Like,
right.
I'm like, so.
Now, the funniest part here is that there will be people who say that he's not actually making excuses. He's just saying what it is. He's just saying he got a torn labrum. But when you come out and you say, I'm not making excuses, but then here's an excuse for why I lost. It doesn't matter if that excuse is based in reality at all. It's vocalizing it at all after a loss. It just always comes across as an excuse. And it's even more comical when you consider that you're going up against Merab, who posts fucking pictures and documents his pre-fight injuries, very gruesome pre-fight injuries. Apparently he has a broken toe going into this fight with Sean O'Malley. He had a split shin, a terribly split shin, by the way, going into the fight with Umar, in which he still ended up winning. So, like, listen, I don't give a fuck what the injury is. When you're going up against Merab Dvalishvili and then you make excuses for why you lost to Merab Dvalishvili and why you had a less than perfect camp, Merab is a weirdo and injures himself, dives headfirst into lakes, like frozen lakes, and slices his fucking face open, breaks his toes, splits open his shin, and does all types of strange activities leading up to fights. So you, sir, have no excuse. I get it. You torn your labrum. Yes, a torn labrum is no joke, but it is extremely weak to peddle that excuse over and over and over again. And it's not the first or only excuse that's been made, right? Tim Welch talking about the bright lights at the Sphere and this and that. Oh, Sean O'Malley didn't spread his arms before the fight. I know that sounds ridiculous, but we will get into that pretty soon, and that is an excuse that Tim Welch made, by the way. Or is it the Owl Omen? Is it the labrum? Man, there were so many circumstances going against Sean O'Malley going into this fight. Oh my God, what a hero for taking it. Fuck off with this nonsense. It's just weak shit.
Company needed and wanted you to headline Sphere, so you accept that fight. As you're getting ready for the fight and you can't grapple and you have a torn labrum in your hip.
Now, as much as I respect John Anik as a commentator, he can be such a company shill sometimes, just saying whatever the company wants him to say, and it really is pathetic to hear peddling these excuses for Sean O'Malley, being a yes man for him. It is fucking pathetic, dude.
But to what extent do you believe that, you know, doing puzzles and being present with your family and leaning into everything that is maybe good energy is going to help you get the desired result in this rematch?
Oh man, Merab fans, you're all shaking in your boots now with this new information. You were probably pretty confident Merab was going to win this fight once again, right? And just steamroll Sean O'Malley. But with this new information that he has in fact been doing puzzles, I'm going to assume that this changes a lot here. I'm expecting the odds to flip. I'm thinking maybe Sean O'Malley minus 300 favorite as the odds close, maybe even pushing closer to minus 400 favorite off the back of this new information. The man's doing puzzles. You think Merab's doing puzzles? Really? Nah, man. He is fucking screwed, dude. My new pick, Sean O'Malley. I'm picking him.
Initially, when I saw this, I thought, like, oh, is he saying, like, the bright lights, like the proverbial bright lights of the Sphere got to him?
No, this ought to be real good.
Specifically and literally,
let's hear this one, Tim Welch.
The Sphere may have affected Sean in the fight. Is that accurate?
No, I mean, it just that whole night. I mean, you always see Sean when he gets in the octagon. He'll get in the guy's face. He'll walk up to him with his arms open.
That's what I'm talking about, man. Sean didn't spread the arms, dude.
He didn't do any of that, and
he didn't do it. He didn't spread the arms
until we walked out of the cage, and it just it felt quite a bit different. And I don't know if it was the Sphere that had to do with it, but just that.
It was the owl, to be honest. It was the Dead Owl. Sean just didn't bring that up to you because he didn't want to make excuses. You know what I'm saying? Because he's so humble. You heard it here first, people. You heard it here first. Sean O'Malley, he made the conscious decision not to spread his arms, right? And that was a bad omen. The owl was a bad omen as well. So you have two really bad omens coming out. They didn't get to see the Sphere. Oh my God, they didn't even get to see the Sphere. Are you kidding me? That should absolutely have an impact on your performance. You didn't get to see the Sphere prior to, oh my God, to the fight. It must have been a big shock for you, man. Like, what are these excuses? Like, I can't even keep up the sarcasm for this long because I just blow my mind, man. What is going on, dude? But jokes aside, right? All of this, and I know I could be looking too much into that, but isn't that like MMA YouTubers' jobs? We look into things way too deeply, and we make a mountain out of a molehill every single time. For the content, man, for your entertainment, but it is what it is, man. But is it too far to say that Sean O'Malley and Tim Welch have been proven that they really didn't learn anything from the last fight, at least based on what they've been vocalizing, right? It's constant excuses, talking about the torn labrum over and over again, talking about fucking owls, talking about the lack of arm spreading pre-fight, right? I can't even say it without laughing because it's so ridiculous. But it is incredibly ridiculous. Having said that, though, of course, it is very, very possible that Sean O'Malley goes out there and he does land the shot that he was hoping to land in the first fight. It's very, very possible. Sean O'Malley is a dangerous individual. He is, right? You may look at him and think that he looks like a crackhead because he does, right? He does look like a crack hooker. At the end of the day, that is 100% factual. And that begs the question, and I need to ask the question again because I've asked this question many, many times, is why? Why, oh why, did Dana White and the UFC brass choose this crack hooker looking individual? Right, look at this picture of him. Peter Yan's trash talk rings absolutely true in this moment.
It's not about the height. Just look at him. He's like a whore on the side of the road.
And he literally looks like an individual that you would see working the corners at 2 a.m. You know what I mean? 100%. They really went out there, made the conscious decision to push this meth head looking crack hooker down our throats as if he is somehow McGregor. When you put a mic in front of him, he has nothing witty, nothing interesting, nothing even intelligible, nothing funny to say, nothing of interest, right? Yet you push him down our throats. Why? Because of his last name? Because he's O'Malley? Because like Irish descent? Is that all it is? Is it the fight style? I don't know, because there are a lot of fighters who are more entertaining than Sean O'Malley that don't get pushed down our throats. You know what I mean? Far more entertaining styles and on the mic. You know what I mean? So it begs the question as to why the fuck this meth head is this quote-unquote star. I just don't get it, and quite frankly, I'll probably never really understand it. But it is what it is, right? The fight comes up this weekend. We will see if Sean O'Malley is that good, if he really did learn from the last fight. But based on the sheer amount of excuses, I am personally pretty doubtful, but I'm very much ready to be proven wrong, like always, everybody, because fights are fights. Anything can happen in there, and I will post my actual predictions for the entire card. Not that it's the best card in the world, man. I'm really not even that excited for it. Really, like, even the main event, like, I'm excited to watch Merab fight. Don't really care much for the rest of the card, but there are a few gems on there, but I will be posting those fight predictions in the coming days. But anyway, guys, I appreciate you watching, and I'll see you on the next one.